I am a professional Ram driver and have had Dodge back as far as 1965. And I'm going to give you guys the bit of advice that nobody else is going to give you. And that is that Mopar, exterior wise, and the blessings that they give you, godly. Driveline, meh. Them clutch packs, better than Chevy and Ford, because they have the same transmission Ford and Chevy do nowadays in their trucks. Meh. Because, well, hold on. If you get one of these, you get a TorqueFlite and a Dana S111 rear end, which can't put up with TorqueFlite. So, my point being that if you are very attractive, that is to say to loan officers, meaning you are loaded, yeah, you can get you a good, reliable driveline. But it doesn't come with good, reliable exhaust hangers, all right? Everything on it is just a little too thin. And the truth is, you guys killed the only American truck. You killed the Titan. You'll never kill my Titan, ever. You can end the video game Destiny 2, you can discontinue the truck, but it doesn't change that there's a certain type of people who are precise enough to build their own airplane, precise enough to build their own boat. All right, those are the sorts of people that are going to respect the Titan. And I am, of course, talking about our family friend Joey, who also had a Titan. Here's the deal. Ram is your next best, right? Particularly if you need higher spec. What about the rest of Dodge? Well, they have been known not to have all their fuses plugged in to a block that's not known to be plugged in. The pigtail wiring loom, clicky snap Deutsche, is not always clicky into the Deutsche, which means that the car won't start occasionally. And there are the other dumb side effects that even afflict Ram. Here's one. My wheel speed sensors are from the last year. No telescoping steering wheel. Wheel speed sensors from last year. They don't talk to the BCM well. So I lose traction control, ABS, and adaptive cruise control all at once while towing. And the brake module failed. You're seeing a pattern here, right? I put up with that instead of 60,000 mile transmission replacement intervals, which you will get with a 6L80 or the 6L transmissions that are common to Ford and Chevy. Boy, you would have to be so crazy that you want your truck in the shop all the time. So here's the deal with Mopar. By far and away, by far, the best auto brand, full stop, next to Volkswagen. Modern, like this year, 25, 26 Ram, or even 27. I don't know about 26 and 27 Rams, but their Mopars are junk, bro. They are going like a couple of 100 miles, and these new like Dodge Journey style little SUVs are exploding drivetrain. All right, here's one for you. The Grand Wagoneer, all right, the Jeep Grand Wagoneer is known for chirping its tires in a parking lot. So as you turn a sharp corner, the transfer case will not open and unlock, which means that the truck goes cheek, 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 and it's supposed to compete with the Escalade. Probably not the best investment, but look who's back here. She approves. What are you doing, monkey powder? I don't know what monkey powder is, but you've been bathing in it, clearly. Oh, that's the stuff that you put on your monkey and butt. It's called monkey butt powder. And that accurately describes the magic dust that Dodge is selling. So I would be careful, because I know what I'm talking about. 318 with TorqueFlite, a Dodge Coronet, which is the same engine that they put in the Dodge Magnum trucks up until very recently, by my old guy standards. I guess I'm old if I think the Magnum was recent. The 318 is still kind of there. The TorqueFlite evolved, and now it's made by ZF. But here's the deal. This Ford F-350 is lucky to pull a pontoon boat without croaking. There's a reason that hotshot guys don't run these. You know what it is? Everything in the middle sucks. Everything around the middle sucks here. The outside's good, the inside pretty good, but the interior trim, I'm talking about your transmission, is great, right? The battery box felt is too thin. I have nearly set my truck on fire when tightening a battery terminal because it was loose from the factory. I have no parking lights on the trailer to speak of. I had no brakes until a module got swapped out from under the seats. I question sometimes. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, can you see me walking into that gift shop and picking up a girl? Of course you can. I'm utterly beautiful, and any girl would love to be picked up by me. I also keep my penis stored over my shoulder like this shirt, and that way it's comfortable. There's a few niggles, you know what I mean, with that. One of which is I'm a little bit too fat. Dodge. A little bit too arrogant. Dodge. And the interstitial tissue of forearms aren't quite big enough. Right? Some meatier forearms. While it's got a nice looking face, underneath it's hiding a bad back and a absolute dog on the left foot, you know what I mean? If you've ever driven a modern Jeep, for those of you guys who have Jeeps, has it ever gone in a straight line? No. It's the hardest vehicle that I've ever tried to keep in a straight line. All the Mopars are like that. Why? Here's one. They give you all of this, and when you turn this on, it turns out they don't give you navigation. This is part of either CarPlay or Auto, right? But on your app screen, there's no navigation unless you get the screen that comes down to here, which would be fine. If they had any of those the year that I went to purchase them. So you see my default. Okay, this is a Tradesman. It's really, really good. It is exactly the same as a Bighorn. I mean, precisely the same. The only difference is that you don't have a computer and a lighting switch panel and an inverter and electric dog collar, a battery backup, and just in case you're feeling sad, some pheromone spray called oxytocin, which is the happy chemical. So anytime I'm really grumpy in traffic, I squirt that, and it makes me forget that my rear differential is made of Cheese Whiz and lubricated by gopher urine. It's really sad. But hey, I'm hauling 2 halves of a crane across half the country. I did a 4-wheel drive pull in the rain up a hill like twice, and everything's fine. Other than the howling noise that comes out of my 20,000 mile differential, which is now at 25,000 miles. Speaking of which, I'm going to get the oil changed because I have hydraulic lifters that are in really good condition, and they are going to stay that way because I've seen what you guys do to Dodge. So last parting thought, if you want a Honda or Toyota, buy one of those. Honda's great. Toyota, meh. Same electrical gremlins. My point being, maintaining this should be the easy part. If you fall flat and default on maintenance, do not own a modern Dodge.